Olivia Rodrigo's debut is unlike anything the world's ever seen. In 2021, practically overnight, she broke onto the music scene, smashed massive records, and became the biggest artist on the planet, all before even graduating high school. Her success was something no one could have ever imagined, not even Olivia. So how does she do it? In today's video, I'll be explaining the story of Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Isabel Rodrigo was born February 20th, 2003, to an American mother and a Filipino father. She grew up in Temecula, California, and being the pair's only child, was extremely cared for. At a young age, Olivia almost immediately took a keen interest in music. After taking notice, her parents enrolled her in singing and acting classes around age 5. She loved all aspects of music, including songwriting, and remembers performing made-up songs on the Dollar Tree microphone as soon as she could properly speak. At an early age, she began starring in elementary school plays and local shows, and although she enjoyed performance arts, the junior talent did not yet see it as anything other than a fun pastime. As time went on, she continued her classes but became intrigued with other activities, such as gymnastics. Performing took a backseat as the youthful Olivia set her mind on becoming an Olympian. However, that dream slowly fizzled out as she realized she wasn't the best competitor. So her focus switched over to music and acting, as it came much more natural to her. Her parents, both working professionals, were very supportive of her passion and would go out of their way to take Olivia to auditions after school. At every opportunity, they made the 5-hour drive down to LA in hopes to land a role. However, they initially didn't have much luck. For every 50 or so auditions, Olivia would get booked for one small role, her first being in an Old Navy commercial at age 11. The shortage of bookings never bothered Olivia, but her parents were becoming increasingly weary of the lack of success. They gave her a deadline of Christmas 2014 to land a major role before they gave acting a little break. Sure enough, that year, she landed the lead role in the American Girl film Grace Stirs Up Success. After that, Olivia's parts only got bigger. She scored a primary spot on the 2016 Disney comedy series Bizaardvark, which prompted her and her family to move to Los Angeles to better accommodate her growing career. Olivia was around age 12 at this point and had the opportunity to attend regular middle school, but insisted on switching to online school in order to focus on acting. Music remained a passion for Olivia, who is now a multi-instrumentalist, understanding how to play both the piano and guitar. She listened to and was inspired by artists from a wide variety of genres such as grunge, rock, pop, and country as she absorbed her parents' music tastes. After over 50 episodes, 3 seasons, and a minor identity crisis triggered by adults prompting her to create a personal brand, Olivia's role on Bizaardvark concluded in 2019. However, her relationship with Disney continued as she acquired a leading role on their mockumentary musical drama, High School Musical, The Series. It allowed Olivia to flex her musical talents as her character, Nini, a musical theater enthusiast, constantly performed new tracks and songs from the original High School Musical series. Being extremely similar to her character Nini in age, personality, and interests, Olivia was able to effortlessly perform her role. She bonded immensely well with her co-stars on set and viewed the show as her quote-unquote high school experience, as she was actually being homeschooled at the time. When seeking to create a new song for the show, Disney executives stumbled across a video Olivia had posted on her Instagram where she sang an original song. Impressed by her creativity, they entrusted Olivia with the rare role of producing a track that would be featured on the show. Thus, the ballad All I Want was created. It released November 27, 2019 as a promotional single for the show and performed much better than expected. The track took off on TikTok and charted at number 90 on the Billboard Hot 100. This piqued many record labels' interest as they saw Olivia as an artist with tons of potential. After much consideration, she signed with Interscope and Geffen Records in 2020 as they recognized her talent for songwriting rather than just her potential commercial success. The contract ensured that Olivia would own the masters to the music she created. In order to further develop her writing skills, she forced herself to write a song every day during the first 4 months of quarantine. She got the opportunity to test her skills when Disney approached her again to write another song for the show, this time alongside her co-star Joshua Bassett. The song was titled Just for a Moment and was about the romantic interests their two characters shared for each other. Due to their beaming chemistry on screen and prominent friendship off screen, fans began to speculate that the two were dating in real life. The rumors began to increase after Olivia posted a video of her singing an original song that contained lyrics about falling in love with a close guy friend who has brown eyes and messy hair. However, their theorized relationship didn't seem to last very long, as about a month later, the two stopped interacting with each other on social media. Joshua dropped a heartbreak track, and Olivia mentioned a failed relationship on TikTok. To add to the stewing gossip, Joshua was thought to have quickly started a relationship with another well-known Disney actress, Sabrina Carpenter. Yet, nothing was ever confirmed, leaving fans to wonder what happened between the two co-stars. After some time, the rumors seemed to have died down a little, and people stopped talking about them, and the two seemed to have moved on with their lives. Olivia continued to film her show, and behind the scenes also began to take steps towards creating her first official music project. She started collaborating with a producer named Dan Nigro after he reached out to work with her via Instagram. He saw her happier snippet online and was extremely impressed, which prompted him to send a message. Luckily he did, as the two immediately got along well in the studio. Olivia noted how he was the first producer to challenge her musically. He wasn't a yes man and was focused on creating the best possible outcome, constantly making suggestions to improve. The two worked together for months, and although Olivia's label suggested starting with an EP, Olivia was set on producing an album. Following countless studio sessions, Olivia's first single was ready to drop. It was a song she wrote after she recently received her driver's license and was cruising around town listening to sad music, feeling pretty down. She got home and, as usual, channeled her strong emotions into music. She picked a couple lines from her diary and built lyrics upon them. Once she had the first two verses and a chorus, she brought it to the studio and worked together with Dan to write the bridge and finish up the track. It was titled Driver's License and was released on January 8th, 2021. The song completely broke the internet and skyrocketed up to the top of the charts. It seemed as if everyone resonated with the ballad's honest and raw emotion. Even Olivia's childhood favorite artists, such as Taylor Swift, applauded the record online. It went #1 across all streaming platforms in multiple regions, including the US and UK, and in its first week, the song broke multiple seemingly untouchable streaming records. It became Spotify's most streamed song in a day with over 15 million listens, Spotify's most streamed song in a week with 65 million plays, and Spotify's fastest song to reach 100 million streams. On top of that, the song went on to sit #1 on the global Billboard chart for 3 weeks, making Olivia the first woman to ever achieve this feat. But aside from all the praise, the relationship drama began to resurface online as people attempted to decipher the song's lyrics. Less than a few weeks after Driver's License dropped, Joshua and Sabrina both released their own singles that seemingly responded to Olivia's. There was a lot of sketchy lyrics between the three tracks that, although never confirmed, looked like direct references to one another. This unfortunately led to months of many quote-unquote fans questioning and harassing every artist involved. However, Olivia never addressed the drama and continued to focus on her album rollout. She held her first live performance of the song on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon in February 2021. She then released her next two singles, Deja Vu and Good For You, in April and May of that same year. Despite doubts and angst, the two tracks were well received, both charting in the Billboard Top 10 and demonstrating Olivia's talent, versatility, and popularity. After more live performances at the Brit Awards and SNL, her album finally dropped on May 21st, 2021. Just like her debut single, Sour was released to massive success. Its soundscape mixed together a variety of genres, and Olivia's heartfelt lyrics evoked a roller coaster of emotions we've probably all felt at some point. It was like the perfect breakup album. It debuted #1 on Billboard, was universally acclaimed, and shattered various records, including Spotify's biggest opening week by a female artist. It solidified Olivia's place in the music industry and officially made her the most popular artist on the planet. Yet, due to the pandemic, she couldn't really experience the full impact of her album. It was difficult to wrap her head around what was going on, as while the numbers grew online, her regular day-to-day life stayed the same. She still spent the majority of her days quarantined at home and nights catching up on overdue classwork. With everyone stuck indoors, Olivia wanted to give her fans somewhat of a live experience, so she released an original live concert film named Sour Prom. It featured 6 songs off the album and involved a few real fans she invited to be a part of the recording. Throughout the latter half of 2021, she had many different television appearances, performing on both award shows and talk shows. She even appeared next to President Biden and Dr. Fauci, speaking on the importance of the COVID vaccine. At the end of the year, Sour was featured near the top of many music publications' Album of the Year lists. As the months went by, Olivia collected tons of nominations, awards, and records, including Time's Entertainer of the Year, Billboard's Woman of the Year, the most streamed album of 2021, and 3 Grammys. In March of 2022, she gave fans insight into the making of her debut album with the release of Driving Home to You, a behind-the-scenes documentary/live experience. In April, she commenced her sold-out Sour tour. It was a 42-stop tour that spanned across the US, Canada, and Europe. Resale tickets were ridiculous, going as high as $9,000 a seat. People criticized Olivia's decision to perform at small venues, but she didn't budge, stating there would be more tours to come. It was a special experience as Olivia was able to finally witness the influence of her music, fans cheering her on, reciting every line, and sharing the emotions embedded in her tracks. While performing in England at the Glastonbury Festival, she took the opportunity to directly call out the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, which eliminated many basic rights, including a woman's right to a safe abortion. She then proceeded to perform F*** You alongside British pop legend Lily Allen. The tour concluded in July, and Olivia decided to take a complete break from music in order to recharge, soak in all that had happened, and simply live a little. Months went by, and Olivia went through many different experiences, including moving to New York City. Inspired and motivated by the city and her recent escapades, Olivia teamed up again with her producer Dan Nigro and began to work on her next project. Titled Guts, her new album recently dropped September 8th, and unsurprisingly, it did numbers. Charting number 1, the 12-track album Soundscape crossed a variety of genres, including rock, pop, and pop-punk. Critics and fans alike praised the album online, with many applauding its witty songwriting and passionate performance. In my opinion, it's definitely worth a listen. I was a bit skeptical at first, but it has really started to grow on me. She quickly announced a world tour with 75 dates that sold out almost instantly. It's set to feature other popular acts such as Pink Panthers and Remy Wolf, and it will begin in 2024. Good luck getting tickets though. I think it's awesome to witness such an explosive come up in real time. Although it was quick, I believe it was well deserved. Olivia spent much of her childhood dedicated to practicing the many forms of performance arts. Despite years without a major breakthrough, she stayed consistent and committed. Once she finally had some success, she doubled down on her dream and made sacrifices to fully focus on her craft. Now, Olivia has become one of the biggest artists on the planet, smashing records and collecting awards like it's a game. It's honestly pretty inspiring. She's living proof of the importance of persistence and parental support. To anyone struggling to create, here's a bit of Olivia's favorite advice. Done is better than perfect. Sometimes you just need to push through and finish projects, even if you worry they aren't good enough. If you don't finish them, you don't even give them the chance to be good. So, just go out and make some cool stuff.